Playing then. Hare Krishna. Battery nahi.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotter Sat Sri Śrīmad This Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we welcome all of you today's Sunday Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. So we are reading from the second canto. This is fourth chapter, the process of creation, and we are reading from 12th verse, 2, 4, 12. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second canto, fourth chapter, 12th verse. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyashe Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shaktri Tritayaya Dehinam Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhava Anupalaksha Vartmane Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhavaya Anukalpaksha Vartmane. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Please recite. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sthana Nirodha Leelaya Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Anyone more? Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehina Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Matajis. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Shri Shuka Uvacha Namah Parasmai Purushaya Bhūyase Sadudbhavasthana Nirodha Leelaya Grihita Shakti Tritayaya Dehinam Antarbhavaya Anupalaksha Vartmane. Word-to-word meaning. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Nama, offering obeisances. Parasmai, the Supreme. Purushaya, personality of Godhead. Bhūyase, unto the complete whole. Sadudbhava, the creation of the material world. Sthana, its maintenance. Nirodha, and its winding up. Leelaya, by the pastime of. Grihita, having accepted. Shakti, power. Tritayaya, three modes. Dehinam, of all who possess material bodies. Antah bhavaya, unto he who resides within. Anupalakshya, inconceivable. Vartmane, one who has such ways. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sukadeva Goswami said, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who for the creation of the material world accepts the three modes of nature, is a complete whole residing within the body of everyone, and his ways are inconceivable. Please repeat after me. Sukadeva Goswami said, "Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who for the creation of the material world accepts the three modes of nature. He is a complete whole, residing within the body of everyone, and his ways are inconceivable." Purport. The material world is a manifestation of the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, and the Supreme Lord for the creation, maintenance, and the destruction of the material world accepts three predominating forms as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankara, Shiva. As Vishnu, he enters into every body materially created. As Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he enters into every universe. As a Kshirodakshay Vishnu, he enters the body of every living being. Lord Sri Krishna, being the Vishnu Tattvas, is addressed here as Parah Puman, or the Purushottama, as described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.18th verse. He is a complete whole. The Purusha avatars are therefore his plenary expansions. Bhakti Yoga is the only process by which one can become competent to know him. Because the empiric philosophers and the mystic yogis cannot conceive of the personality of Godhead, he is called Anupalaksha Vartamane, the Lord of the inconceivable way, or Bhakti Yoga. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha Namaum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namaum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shrivasabhanavi Devi Dayataya Kripadyaye Krishna Sambandha Vaignana Dayine Prabhave Nama Madhuryo Jvala Premadhyaya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambude Padambujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Avirbha Bhumesvam Nirdeshna Sajjana Priya Vaishnavam Sarva Bhumo Shri Jagannadayate Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jetam Surato Pangur Mamamanda Matergati Matsarvas Padambujo Radha Madanamo Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevyamana Smarami Srimad Rasarasaram Bevam Shivada Tadastita Karshan Venus Piner Gopi Pinadai Striyestuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I would like to take blessings from all the Vaishnavas assembled here before speaking from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 2nd canto, 4th chapter, 12th verse. So here Sukadeva Goswami is explaining about the process of creation. So we heard that this Pariksit Maharaj, so the past history is that he was about to die in 7 days. So he has been given a notice, a death notice, that and he is very fortunate that he came to know that he will die in 7 days. So at that time, generally if a person, generally a materialistic person, if he comes to know that he is about to die, he will make like my property should go to this so and so, and he will think that he will like, I should visit these places before I die. I should eat this type of favorite dishes, favorite places to visit. Like he will like all type of material desires. He will think if a person is about to die. Sometimes we see that small children, they have some like very severe diseases and they are about to die, and they some organization they fulfill their desires. They were sometimes they will be given as like 2 days. They are appointed as a 2 days as like a police officer, like a what do you call? They are given a chance to visit some film actor. So like that. So people have like different type of desires. Most of them are material desires. But here, this Pariksit Maharaj, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. So when he understood that he is about to die, so immediately what he did, he left everything. He left everything and he went on the banks of Ganga. He went onto the banks of Ganga, and he doesn't want to even waste even single moment of his life. Only 7 days were remaining. He doesn't want to even waste a single moment of his life, and he was so much prepared. When he came on the banks of river Ganga, at that time, all the saintly people, they came to know about this, because they are like mystic yogis and saintly people. They know this because Pariksit Maharaj was the ruler of the whole world. So they all came to know, and they all assembled there. And Pariksit Maharaj was inquiring to all of them, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And at the same time, by the blessings of Krishna and by the arrangement of Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami appeared there. Sukadeva Goswami appeared to that scene, and immediately Pariksit Maharaj bowed down to him. And Sukadeva Goswami sat on the throne of Vyasadeva, and Sukadeva Goswami. And then Pariksit Maharaj, what was his first question? What is the prime duty of a who is going to die? That was the first question asked by Pariksit Maharaj. What is the prime duty of a person who is about to die, and what is the prime duty of a person? What is the prime duty of a person he is supposed to do in the life, and more clearly, who is about to die? What is the prime duty of a person? So like that he inquires, and whom I should hear about, whose name I should chant, and whom I should remember about. So like that, Pariksit Maharaj asks, and Sukadeva Goswami, he becomes very pleased. He becomes very happy. Varyaneshate prashnam. Your question is very perfect. Why? Because your questions, the answer to your question, it speaks about the subject matter of Krishna. That's why your question is perfect. So like that, he becomes very happy. And if you see in this last few slokas of this chapter, so here Pariksit Maharaj, even he was inquisitive to know about the how the creation of this material world. If you see in the fifth verse, Maharaj Pariksit said, "O learned Brahmana, you know everything because you are without mental contamination. Therefore, whatever you have spoken to me appears perfectly right. Your speeches are gradually destroying the darkness of ignorance, for you are narrating the topics of the Lord. I beg to know from you how the personality of Godhead by his personal energies creates these phenomenal universes as they are, which are inconceivable even to the great demigods. So he is asking, he is begging, please explain me about the inconceivable energies of the Lord. With these energies, how he created this material world. And he further asks, kindly describe how the Supreme Lord, who is all-powerful, engages his different energies and different expansions in maintaining and again winding up the phenomenal world in the sporting spirit of the player. O learned Brahmana, the transcendental activities of the Lord are all wonderful, and they appear inconceivable because even great endeavors by many learned scholars have still proved insufficient for understanding them. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is one, whether he alone acts with the modes of material nature or simultaneously expands in many forms or expands consecutively to direct the modes of nature. Kindly clear up all these doubtful inquiries, because you are not only vastly learned in the Vedic literature and self-realized transcendence, but are also a great devotee of the Lord and are therefore as good as the personality of Godhead. And then Sukadeva Goswami, in previous verse he says that, when Sukadeva Goswami was thus requested by the king to describe the creative energy of the personality of Godhead, he then systematically remembered the master of the senses, Sri Krishna, and to reply properly, he spoke thus. So here we can understand the scene that here Maharaja Pariksit, he will die only in 7 days. He will die only in 7 days, and he has very limited time. And the time is going. He has very limited time, and he has not much time remaining. So at that time also still Pariksit Maharaj is inquiring about the Achinta Shakti of the Lord. He is inquiring about how Krishna created this material world. So he is not asking about any like confidential pastimes of the Lord, like explain me about Vrindavan pastimes of the Lord, or explain me about the pastimes which is very difficult to understand. Like he is asking about the pastimes which, so when Krishna, when he does Leela, so he does Leela with his, he has two type of energy. One is Chit Shakti and other is Achit. Chit and Achit. So what is Chit Shakti? Chit means Chit and Achit. Spiritual and mundane. So Chit Shakti, which deals with the, like he has his own personal spiritual body, and whatever the activities he does is completely in transcendental. So he deals with the, so for Supreme Lord there is nothing like material and spiritual. So for him everything is the same, transcendental energy. But for us it is we designate it as spiritual and material for our understanding. So when Krishna does his pastimes with the material world, so that is also Krishna Leela. So don't think that that is not Krishna Leela. So when he engages in the pastimes of creating in this world, so just like when he becomes the super soul of the whole creation, he expands in the form of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and again he expands into the super soul of the each and every universe. When he expands, when the Mahavishnu he expands into the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he becomes the super soul of the every universe. And when Garbhodakshaya Vishnu he expands as a Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, he enters into the each and every atom and also the living hearts of the all living entities. So the same Krishna, when he expands as this Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, so these leelas of his expansion of creating this whole material world, maintaining them and destruction, so these are also Krishna Leela. So don't think that these are not Krishna Leela. These are his inconceivable, very mysterious Krishna Leela of Krishna. And Pariksit Maharaj was very much interested to know about this. So just like there was a in Srila Prabhupada Leela. So when Srila Prabhupada was in Delhi, so when he wants to name the deities of that in Delhi, New Delhi temple, so what are the deities of the temple? Radha, Parthasarathi. So he named them Radha, Parthasarathi. So this name was given by Prabhupada only, okay? So the devotees, they were Jayanand Prabhu, like some devotees, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, they were astonished. Like why are you mentioning, why are you naming, why Prabhupada is giving the deity's name as Radha Parthasarathi? Generally Radharani means she never comes out of Vrindavan. She does only the pastimes in Vrindavan, Radharani's pastimes. And Parthasarathi means Krishna, who is a chariot driver of Arjuna. So how come Radha Parthasarathi? What is the linkage? Like Radha Parthasarathi, what is the linkage in between them? So the disciples of Prabhupada, like they were little confused. So then they asked Prabhupada, like why did you name, like Krishna has got so many beautiful names, we can name like in Abhids, Prabhupada only gave in Abhids. He named, what was the name Prabhupada gave? Madan Mohan, who is a very beautiful, charming, like who even bewilders the Cupid. And like he has got Madhava, like he has got millions of names. That why did you give him the name of Parthasarathi only? So Prabhupada explains that even though he is acting as a friend of Arjuna, a chariot driver of Arjuna, still in his heart, even though he is doing that pastime of Kurukshetra war, killing so many, like helping Arjuna in killing all these warriors, still in his heart, deep in his heart, still he is thinking about Vrindavan Leela and Srimati Radharani. So Krishna is very inconceivable. He is not so easy to understand. Even though he is in the battle of Kurukshetra, in the midst of all these warriors, still deep in his heart, he is always thinking about Srimati Radharani and Vrindavan Leela. So that's why I gave the deity's name as Radha Parthasarathi. So like that, Prabhupada. So that's why it is very difficult to understand the pastimes of Krishna. What to speak of to understand the Leelas of Krishna, even to understand the devotees of pure devotees activity is very difficult. It is said that Vaishnavera Kriyera Mudra, what is that? Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vijaneha na Bhujiya, means even most intelligent person cannot understand the activities of pure devotees. It's very, very inconceivable. Even the activities of pure devotees, it is very inconceivable. And what to speak of the activities of the Supreme Lord. And he is very inconceivable, and Krishna is so powerful that he is present in his Golok Vrindavan, and he is present in Golok Vrindavan, and he does all the pastimes, and he is able to do the pastimes in the material world. He is present in his Golok Dham, Golok Nijadam Nitaleshatasya Devi, like that. He is present in his Golok Dham. Still he is so powerful that he is able to manage the affairs of the material world. And he doesn't personally does the affairs of the material world. He expands in the form of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu and Karanodakshaya Vishnu. With the help of them, he maintains this whole material affairs. And it is mentioned that when we establish the deity of Krishna, when we sometimes people ask us, why are you worshipping this material form of the Lord? Like, why are you worshipping this deity? Like, this deity is made up of some wooden or stone. Why are you doing some stone worship? Krishna is inconceivable. He is a supreme Lord. He is a Lord of whole Vaikuntha Loka, and he is ever expanding, all pervading. He has unlimited energies, unlimited forms. His form is unlimited, ever expanding. Then how can you worship this destructible? How can you worship this destructible and perishable form? Like people ask such type of questions. Why do you worship this stone like that? They ask. So answer to this is that his Lord is completely powerful, and he is unlimited, almighty, and he is so powerful and so unlimited that he can manifest his unlimited form and limited deity also. If we say that, if we concoct or if we speculate that the unlimited form cannot enter into a limited form, that means we are trying to contradict or we are trying to limit his supreme power. We are trying to limit his like his inconceivable energy. But Krishna is so powerful. We know that this verse from Vedic Shastras, Anoranyan Mahato Mahiyan, means he can become the smaller than the smallest and he can become the larger than the largest. He can become so large that Karanodakasha Vishnu, from his bodily pores, the gigantic universes comes out. He can become so huge. Imagine the form of the Karanodakasha Vishnu. That he is so huge that from his pores of his body, the gigantic universes comes out. And he can become so small, Anoranyan, smaller than the smallest, that he can even present inside the small insect. And he can even be present inside the small atom. So that is the Achinta Shakti of the Lord. He is completely inconceivable. We cannot even understand. We know this Leela of how Yashodamaya, when Krishna was eating this mud, and then that all the cowherd boys, they complained, and then Balram also, he complained to Yashodamaya, and then Yashodamaya, she requests Krishna, please open your mouth. First Krishna denies that I did not eat any mud, and then Yashodamaya, to confirm, she requests Krishna to open the mouth. And then when Krishna opens the mouth, so Yashodamaya, she was able to see in Krishna's mouth that all the universes. She was able to see all the universes, and inside each universe, she was able to see. She was able to see the universe, and she was able to see her own planet, her own continent, and then the place, this Vrindavan, and her own home and herself. She was able to see everything inside Krishna's mouth, and she was completely, she was bewildered for some time. She was so much confused, and what's happening in my mind? You see, the Supreme Lord, like she was thinking all these things, but again, and Yogamaya, she covered Yashodamaya's intelligence, and again she tells, no, from now onwards, don't eat any mud. So like that she tells. So we can understand that Krishna is, when Krishna does pastime, he was present in the material world. Still he was able to see, he was able to show from his mouth, that in his own mouth or in his own belly, that there are millions of universes. So it is very inconceivable to understand Krishna's pastimes. Very difficult to understand Krishna's pastimes. We see in this Brahma Vimohan Leela that when Krishna was, when Madhumangal was eating some sweet rice and some laddus, and he was telling that this is very tasty. So, and he ran and he thought that Krishna may eat this, so he ran and he hid inside. He was hiding inside inside the tree, and then Krishna ran after him, and then Krishna caught his hands, and he punched the Madhumangal's cheeks, and the sweet rice, it came from the mouth of Madhumangal, and Krishna ate that. Krishna ate it, and Krishna was experiencing, oh, so nice, and Brahma was seeing all these things from the top, and he understood that, is he my Supreme Lord? Is he the Yajna Purusha? Lord Vishnu is known as, Lord Krishna is known as Yajna Purusha, means he is the Bhoktara, he is the real enjoyer, he is the only enjoyer of all the yajnas and all the tapasyas, and he only honors the food when it is when pure brahmanas who performs like who maintains, who does all the regulative principles, when a brahmanas who have very pure life, when they offer, then only Krishna honors, Krishna has such very high standard. If you want to offer food to Krishna, only brahmanas can offer. That also brahmanas who are like following all the regulative principles sincerely, only they can offer to the deity form of the Krishna. Krishna is very strict actually. To that Yagna Purusha, here this Madhumangal, here Krishna in Vrindavan, he is eating the like the juta of Madhumangal. When Brahma saw this, he became very inconceivable. How can Supreme Lord, how can he be my Supreme Lord? So then he to test him, what he does, he captures all the cowherd boys. He captures all the cowherd boys and even the calves of Krishna. And he keeps him in his loka. And when Krishna comes to know this, and then he expands himself to all the cowherd boys and even the calves. Why? Because all the mothers, all the gopis, motherly gopis, they were waiting all to these cowherd boys, and all the cows were waiting. So even Balram did not understood that how these cowherd boys only, or this Krishna himself. So Krishna's pastimes are so inconceivable. Sometimes even Balram couldn't understand. He understood after 1 year when Balram saw that all these cows, they were showing so much affection to these calves, and all the motherly gopis, they were showing so much affection to these cowherd boys. Generally in Vrindavan, these mothers and the cows, they give more affection. Their affection to Krishna is millions and millions of times of more to Krishna than their own sons and own calves. So that much love they give to Krishna. So same reciprocation now they were giving to their own sons. So Balaram, he was astonished to know. And then he understood that they are Krishna himself. Krishna himself expanded. So after that, so then Brahma, when he comes, so 1 year has passed. When Brahma went to Satyaloka, when he came back, in his 1 second span, 1 year has passed down in this material world, in Vrindavan. So and then Brahma, he comes, he sees he sees that all the cowherd boys are present and all the calves are present. And astonishingly, he sees that all these cowherd boys, Krishna reveals these forms as this 4-handed form of Vishnu. And then Brahma, he understood that, oh, I have done such a major aparad. I have done so much blunder that I have taken Krishna I have separated Krishna from his pure devotees. I have done such an aparad like that. He was lamenting and he kept his crown at the lotus feet of Krishna, and he was offering all the prayers that you are beyond the material modes of nature, please forgive me. Like that he was offering all prayers. So even to the mind of Brahma, Krishna is inconceivable. So what to speak of us? So that's why Krishna's pastimes are always inconceivable. So that's why Pariksit Maharaj, he was so much inquisitive to know that how Krishna's pastimes are always wonderful. So how Krishna does this amazing pastime of creating this world, how Krishna created this material world. So that's why so Prabhupada purports are so wonderful that here Prabhupada is explaining that in the last section he explained that Krishna is known as Anupalaksha Vartamane, the Lord of the inconceivable way, or Bhakti Yoga. That means Anupalaksha Vartamane means he is inconceivable, but he can be understood through Bhakti Yoga. He is very inconceivable, but he can be understood only as he is, only through Bhakti Yoga. So that is the power of this Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga is so powerful that we think that getting up early in the morning, taking darshan of the Lord, chanting rounds, and then worshipping Guru, and then attending Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class, smelling the flowers which are offered to Krishna, smelling the fragrance of tulsi which are offered to the lotus feet of Krishna. So these appears to be very normal, but these are very powerful. These are very powerful items of devotional service. We know that the tulasi which is offered to the lotus feet of Krishna, when the fragrance of the tulasi, when it entered into the nostrils of the Chatur Kumaras, so they immediately became pure devotees of the Lord. They were before Brahmavadis, but but as soon as they took the fragrance of the tulsi leaves, immediately they become purified. So that is the potency of the that is the potency of each and every item of devotional service. We should not understand, okay, every day I am taking this Charanamrut, let me skip today. Every day I am taking what is anyway the same curd, same taste only every day I get. Sometimes with our mind we don't understand the potency, but this is Charanamrut of the Lord. It is even for demigods to get, it is very difficult, but it is very easily available to us by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and so many Vaishnavas. Because it is very easily available, we take it for granted. We don't give it so much importance. But this Bhakti Yoga, this devotional service to the Lord is very powerful, and it quickly purifies us, and it helps us to advance Krishna consciousness very rapidly. Here it is mentioned, na? In purport is mentioned about the mystic yogis. Empiric philosophers and the mystic yogi cannot conceive of the personality of Godhead. This empiric philosophers means this jnanis, this mental speculators, this jnanis and the yogis. For them it is very difficult because they do lot of tapasya for thousands and thousands of years, and still they were not able to meditate properly on the tiptoe of the Lord Vishnu. They were not able to get the glance. This jnanis and yogis, just to get the glance of the tiptoe of the Lord Vishnu, they meditate for millions and millions of years. But here we are able to take darshan of the Supreme Lord every day. So that is the glory of Bhakti Yoga. And I was hearing the class of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He was telling that this sometimes Srila Prabhupada even introduced this Shaligram Shila worship. This Shaligram Shila, this black stone is Supreme Lord Himself, but He appears in this black stone, small black stone. How can the all-powerful Lord can appear in this small black stone? It is very difficult to understand. And Prabhupada at the time, 1970s, at that time it was the scenario is that some kind of like rumor was going on that whoever does any kind of aparadh to Shaligrama, they will die. They will die in a very painful way. Like that, some kind of rumor was going on all over the ISKCON in 1970s. That whoever worshipped the Shaligram Sila without proper etiquettes, or even if a person does one offense to the Shaligram Sila, immediately he will die and he will be tortured to death. So such kind of rumors were spreading in the ISKCON temples all over the world. So at that time, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada sent Shaligram Sila to the America, and it has reached to the temple. It was Radha Vrindavan Nath, somewhere in the America, and Radhanath Swami Maharaj at that time he was worshipping the deities. So the temple was on the top of the hill. So it was like USA, we know it is very cold, and there is no place to stay on the top of the hill. So every day he has to climb he used to climb every day on the top of the hill, like 2-3 kilometers. So we have to do early morning arati, waking up the Lord. So Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he has to wake up like 2 o'clock, and take bath, and he has to climb the hill, top of the hill, and in that cold, like in summer only it is cold, and winter it is chill cold. And he has to climb the hill, and it was like totally muddy. It was completely muddy, and sometimes if you keep the foot, sometimes the foot may go inside. It won't come outside only. It won't come outside. So like that it was. So still he is like so much of tapasya. Still he was, and they were not able to maintain so much high standards of cleanliness because the temple was on the top of the hill, and there are not even proper bathrooms, even for pujaris there. So the situation was like that in 1970s in American temples. So Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he was telling that, so suddenly our temple got these Shaligrama Silas, and we were not maintaining like proper cleanliness. Still, and Prabhupada sends his letter. And Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he says that he was the first person to worship the Shaligrama Sila in Western countries. He is the first person who was given chance to worship Shaligrama Sila in the Western countries. So Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So that was, so he was given opportunity, and Prabhupada writes also how to worship this Shaligrama Sila. That you pour rose water on this, and then you gently make it dry, and then you offer flowers, you offer tulsi petals, and you offer some prayers like that. Prabhupada gives some simple procedure, and at that time the rumor was that whoever does any kind of offense, they will be tortured to death. So at that time, so when Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he was worshipping, suddenly once what happened is that he was climbing the hill, so his leg got broken. He got slipped, and his leg got like twisted, and then he understood that I am committing some kind of aparad like that to the Shaligrama Sila, like that he was thinking. So immediately then Prabhupada writes letter to him that this Shaligrama Sila whom you are worshipping, he is the Sakshat Brajendra Nandana, means he is the Krishna himself. Krishna himself, he appeared in the Shaligrama Sila. So Krishna is all merciful. Krishna will never torture his devotees, even though they commit any offenses. So don't worry, like that Prabhupada writes a letter, that don't worry, that Krishna is not like some sadist like that if you don't if you do any aparad, like immediately you will get all the disturbances. So Krishna is all merciful. Krishna will understand your difficult position. Don't worry. Try sincerely worshipping the deity, like that. He gets letter from Srila Prabhupada. So that encouraged Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And why he explained this pastime is that Krishna is so inconceivable that he can come in the form of this small black stone also. Even though he is all beautiful Supreme Lord, still he can appear in this small stone. So how can we understand this inconceivable Leela of the Lord? We can understand through bhakti only. How? Because Krishna is all merciful. Just to reciprocate our love and our service, he comes in the form of deity, and he comes in the form of this small stone, just to accept our love. Imagine if he comes in the form of Virata Purusha. If he comes in the form of Virata Purusha, we don't have such capacity of clothes to offer, to make dhoti of him, to offer such type of dishes. For making Chappan Bhoga in the festival times, devotees from 1-2 days, they prepare items. So to offer Virata Purusha, to offer Bhoga, so that means there has to be continuously preparations should be there, 24 hours preparations. That also will be, so because our capacity is limited, our resources are limited and we are limited, our energy is limited. So that's why he comes in the form of deity just to accept our service, our loving service. So that's why through bhakti only, we can understand the inconceivable energy of the Lord or inconceivable pastimes of the Lord. Otherwise it is very difficult to understand. That's why we'll just mental speculate like jnanis or yogis just meditate upon the form of the Lord. To really understand about the pastimes of the Lord, we need to practice bhakti yoga. That is the only way, and that is the only way where Krishna can reveal us completely. Sometimes we'll understand just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, will Krishna really reveal his complete form? Yes. Just by chanting the holy names of Krishna's names, Krishna can completely reveal us about himself. It is just faith. We don't keep faith in scriptures. Because Krishna himself, he appears in the form of holy name in this Kali Yuga. Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna appeared in this Kali Yuga in the form of holy name. Just to facilitate us. Krishna appears in this Kali Yuga in the form of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is so powerful that every canto, every chapter, every verse, every word and every syllable are so potent that it can transform or it can create revolution in the misguided civilization. It can purify most degraded persons. It has got such potency. It is just we don't have faith. So that's why we need to accept the process of devotional service and keep firm faith in the process. And if we, with sincere devotional service, with sincere efforts, if we do this process of bhakti yoga, then Krishna will eventually reveal us. Slowly he will reveal us his unlimited form, his unlimited potency by serving Vaishnavas, by serving the pure devotees of the Lord. Okay, so that is the way of the Supreme Lord. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, we can discuss. Do you have any questions on today's topic? Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.